So I've never been a Kirby fan, really. I've played a little bit of some games over the years, and by a little bit, I mean a little bit. I played whichever game, like side scroller, was on the Wii, and one of those game trucks, like the game trucks that like you rent, and there's a whole bunch of consoles that are hooked up to them on the inside, and I think on the outside too. Yeah, there was one. There was that one. There was whatever Kirby game was on the NES Classic. I don't remember if I played the one that was on the SNES. The or not the SNES Classic. And I think there was just like a boss rush one that was free in like the first or the second year of the Switch. Not 100% sure, I don't exactly remember. But yeah. I've never really been a huge Kirby fan. But I am a huge Sakurai fan. And when I saw that he was going to be doing a Kirby Air Riders Direct, I was like, I'm not really excited for the game, but since it's Sakurai, I'll check it out. Because Sakurai has a really good way of presenting his projects. Like if you've ever watched the Smash Directs, you know what I'm talking about. And I figured out a description of what I mean, so I'll get to that in a second. But I watched the first Kirby's Air Riders Direct, and I was like, okay, this game actually looks kind of cool. It's not a traditional kart racer, it's something different. And then we got a second Direct, which nobody saw coming, and then they also announced there was going to be a demo weekend. The first weekend just passed. The next one is coming up soon. So, I played a little bit during the first weekend. Unfortunately, I didn't have that much time to play it because every single session was smack dab in the middle of work. So I only had like, I don't know, maybe like an hour and a half total to mess around with it. But I have thoughts. Overall, I think it's pretty good. It's fun. The main air ride racing mode is really weird. I mean, it's just your typical racer, but and it may just be the combination I was using, the machine and the character, but it is because of that, because when I was playing City Trials, it wasn't as nearly as difficult, at least the machine I was using. And it's a shame the coolest machine, in my opinion, has ass stats. But yeah, so it was fun. The movement, if you've watched the direct, but just for those who haven't, it has auto accelerate. So the only way to move or to stop yourself from moving is to brake, which is also your drift button. So when you're turning, as you brake, you initiate a drift, which then just launches you into the direction. So I did not remember that. Well, I mean, I knew it had auto accelerate, but I didn't exactly remember that the brake was the boost. So when the boost option showed up at the start of the first race, I ended up just like stalling, and I stayed there for about like a good 10 seconds and then just completely fumbled the race. And then the City Trials, these are the only real modes I tried. I think there was 4. I think the first one was just like this is the controls, not really like a mode. And then the whatever like online friends mode it is. I don't have any friends with Switch 2s that are interested in Kirby Air Riders, so I didn't get to use that one. But I did play City Trials. That one was really fun. Now, obviously I didn't play the first Kirby Air Ride. I already said I'm not a huge Kirby fan, and I was like barely alive in order to experience it, so yeah, missed out on it. Didn't know it existed until like, I don't know, maybe like a year or so ago. And I played City Trials, and my thoughts as a completely newcomer. I had no idea what was going on. I was just going around just collecting whatever stuff I could find. And I'm like, okay, so I see this and there's stuff there. I'm just gonna go and pick it up. There's a dude, I'm just gonna spin, so hopefully I don't get attacked. I still don't exactly know how the weapons work, so I don't even know if I grabbed any or not. But, yeah. And then I only got to play 2 game modes for the city trials because like I said, I didn't have enough time to fully experience it. But yeah, it was fun. I probably gonna miss out on the next weekend's event as well, just because, you know, the way that my work lines up with the events, I don't really have a chance to play it. But if you do have a chance to play it, take your opportunity to play it, because even though it's a Sakurai game, Sakurai, he always puts more effort than he needs to in these games. If you've seen Smash Ultimate, you know, everyone is here. That was the whole gimmick of it, and then they added a whole bunch of spirits with a whole bunch of unique battles or fights. Back to Kirby. Sakurai, in his directs, he was talking about how there was a lot of stuff that they were gonna leave out because it was stuff that, from what they have seen or what they felt, it was stuff that would not have been missed. Not that it wouldn't have been missed, but that I don't remember exactly what his words were, but he was like, most people will be able to understand why we left this out. But we did it anyway, and then went to go show off a whole nother polished game mode. The way Sakurai gives his directs, he's presenting the games that he's working on and that his team has made like a kid showing their parents something that they made. Like, it's like, oh mom, look at this house I made in Minecraft, or hey dad, look at this Lego ship I built. That's exactly the energy and the vibe I get from Sakurai when he's doing these directs. It's really cool. But yeah, if you missed the events, or you know, you can go watch either. I mean, but by this is practically the end of the video. But go watch other people who were able to play more of the demo. But yeah, I think I probably will end up picking up the game, hopefully. I said I was going to pick up Dragix Drive when I did the video on that demo, and I didn't. But yeah, Kirby, hopefully. Well, I mean, it's a physical game, so there's more incentive for me to pick that up. But yeah, it's gonna be hype. It's gonna be peak. Sakurai is back, 2025. Let's go.